everybody, I'm Yolanda, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome back to today's WIP and Chat. So, let's grab out our works and let's have a ramble. Let me know down in the comment section below what it is you're working on today. I am still working on the Beast, as you might be able to see. But yeah, as you can see, I have like tiny sections open, so it will take me quite a long time to complete this one. But yeah, it was my upstairs project, and with it needing to go downstairs, I was like, let's just use this one for my videos for now, instead of having it get up in my storage and yeah, needing to kit up something else. So yeah, that basically is why I am working on, well, the Beast. Yeah, first of all, a belated Merry Christmas. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas day, or whatever holiday you're celebrating, because not everybody celebrates Christmas. And yeah, I hope you had a wonderful time with friends and family, or just by yourself. Because yeah, not everybody has somebody around him on Christmas. So yeah, I still hope, if you are one of them, that you had a wonderful Christmas. I just loaded up my pen with new wax and it's annoying me already. But yeah, we had somewhat mixed Christmas. We had 2 fun days and 1 not so fun day. Because yeah, here we have, if you've been watching my video from last week, you know that we have basically 3 days of Christmas instead of the usual 2. Because we also have, well, our second day of Christmas. Because yeah, you have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then we have our second day. Or Boxing Day. However you want to say it. But that's, yeah, in many places here, just as big as the rest of the dates. Oh, yeah, my drills aren't working along with me today. I think I have a little bit too much wax in my pen. Oh well. But yeah, for the day of Christmas Eve, we went to my in-laws. My sister-in-law with her boyfriend was there, and all the kids. So it was nice and busy because, yeah, she has 1 son and he has 3 sons. And yeah, then also we were there with our 2 kids. So yeah, it was kind of busy. But it was fun. Yeah, we didn't make like an entire day out of it because, yeah, reasons didn't allow it. So we had just some fun time, something nice to, well, snack. So my mother-in-law made a cake and some cookies. And yeah, then we had presents, which obviously the kids loved. My daughter got a piano, but then one that you can play with your feet. So you basically lay it on the floor and then you play piano with your foot. And she really enjoyed that. She's been playing on it the day after like quite a lot. What else did she get? She got some duvet covers because, yeah, hopefully in like, hopefully not more than 2 months, we can finally go along in making her big girl room yeah, when she has a bigger bed, she also needs new duvet covers, and yeah, we didn't know what else to ask, so we made it easier on ourselves. Because yeah, that we needed it anyway, so we could better make a present out of it. And my son got some musical instruments, some t-shirts. What else did he get? Think. Yeah, basically they got some toys, a little bit of clothing and stuff, because yeah, I try to also have some things that he can use and not only toys, because yeah, they're kids, they have enough. Yeah, my daughter also actually got a week before, because we had a late Santa Claus. She had a cleaning set, like with a little vacuum and like one of those cleaning trolleys, which you can see like in hotels and stuff, with like a broom and a mop and stuff like that. And it also had a vacuum, so she thought that was fun. The only thing I disliked about it is that it didn't work. It only makes the vacuum noise. It doesn't vacuum. Sniff. I would love it if it would actually work. Not that I vacuum anyway, but we have our trusty little Roomba that does that, so. But still. Would be nice for her room though. But yeah, we had fun at the in-laws on Christmas Eve. Some presents. And yeah, we didn't do dinner there because of, well, reasons. Not going into that. So yeah, then we headed home for dinner. We just did the basic French fries because it's nice and easy, the kids love it, and yeah, it's quick. So it's not a thing that I need to stand in the kitchen for an hour, because yeah, the kids were already getting hungry. And me too. And yeah, and then the second day, my parents came over. We had a nice time together. They stayed over for dinner. But we did mini wok, which is literally as it sounds. It's a mini wok. Pan is about, I think, this big. And yeah, you can basically throw everything in and make it yourself. Which is basically like a thing that's been done here quite often, but the mini wok itself you don't always see. Most of the times what you see here, what people do is gourmet, which is basically like a tiny pan on like an iron contraption with either an actual flame, or nowadays you see most of the times the electrical versions. And yeah, you put your stuff in there and make it there. But those are most of the times like tiny little pans. You can make like tiny pancakes, tiny eggs. Most of the times you see meats, a bit of vegetable, a little bit of potato. Yeah. But you also see, most times the electrical version also have like a grill on top kind of thing. Just like a iron sheet you can heat up. So you can do a little bit more with that. And that's also a lot of fun. I believe we did that I believe we did that last year. But yeah, we did that. And yeah, when my parents left, daughter went to bed. son was already in bed because, yeah, he's almost 2 years younger, so yeah, he's most of the times not that good with staying up till past 7. I believe he was upstairs at about 7:30, so it was still later than usual for him. So he was lucky. Yeah, at about 2 o'clock at night, son got fussy and being annoying. So took him downstairs, changed his diaper. Then he was somewhat okay-ish for the time being. And well, yeah, I think 10 minutes later, I did hear our daughter cry, and all of a sudden was like, "Mama!" And yeah, she really rarely yells if she's in bed for one of us. So basically, if she starts screaming mama or papa, which is mommy or daddy, you know something's off and you need to check. And yeah, we went into her room and yeah, she basically threw up like through her entire bed. So yeah, we could change her bed, change her clothes, everything in the middle of the night, which wasn't as fun, obviously, because yeah, I think you will understand that I rather not clean up, puke in the middle of the night, and also I rather not do that at all, but yeah, because yeah, you don't want your kids sick, so you don't want to need to do that, basically. Yeah, so she was sick on the second day of Christmas. Because yeah, she was warm in the night and she didn't want to go back to sleep, which I can get. So like, she was actually saying like that she wanted to go downstairs. My husband was like, you know what? Let's just take her. Ask her if she wants like with us in our bed. And I was like, oh, fine by me. It's not that I'm going to sleep probably, but oh well. So yeah, she laid in our bed. Apparently at some point I fell asleep because my husband later said that our daughter laid almost against him and was snoring in his ear, which I can't say I noticed. But yeah, he also slept for like moments here and there, but you don't sleep as good as when you're completely in your own space. Yeah. And then like, I believe 6:30, she wanted to go back to her own bed. I was like, okay, I'll take you. So yeah, took her to her bed, and like about an hour later, she started crying again. Luckily, this time she didn't puke. But yeah, she was done with laying in bed and sleeping. I can understand. If you're not feeling really good, you don't want to do anything or something, so I could understand why she wouldn't. So yeah, I took her downstairs. Little brother also woke up, so yeah, he could also go downstairs. Yeah, I let my husband sleep in because yeah, he obviously didn't sleep very well, just like me, but with him still having some trouble with his foot. Yeah. He basically can't do much with the kids at this point, or at least not like alone, because especially our son needs to go upstairs, yeah, he can't lift him. Well, you can go upstairs because there's some, can somewhat walk up the stairs. But getting him down is a bit more of an issue. Let's see, I need a color. Where is it? Where is it? There. Couldn't find my color. But yeah, it's one of those moments in time where you're not really happy with how things go. But yeah, our daughter had like the fever for like the entire day. She even slept on the couch, which hasn't happened since, I guess, like 3 years ago or something. So yeah, and it was with TV on and us in the room, her little brother being just himself and being happy. But yeah. Luckily today she's still feeling like she still has like at least a temperature, if not a fever, but you can tell she feels better, so at least that's a good thing. I have a green one that does not belong here. But yeah, luckily she feels better now, so yeah. Let's hope that does continue and she is completely okay tomorrow. But yeah, as I just said, the husband is still hopping along. He has some issue still with his foot, and it's giving him like basically sharp pains, especially like during the day. It slowly gets worse. So he is now at the point like he is still like moving around. That's also what his doctor said, because yeah, he went last week to ask like, is this normal and stuff, and like yeah, he needs to like try to move it normally, but at the same time don't overdo it. And I think he must have overdo it at some point of the day, but yeah. He doesn't always listen, so oh well. He feels it himself. Yeah, most of the times he's like during the day he's downstairs, or at least now he's during the day downstairs, because now he is at home because he has vacation. But next week when he's at work again, he obviously is at work making shorter days to, well, let his foot heal at least a bit. And then as soon as we had dinner, he goes upstairs and lays on a bed with his laptop, playing a video game or something, and having his foot up on a pillow. So yeah, that basically makes sure his foot isn't hurting so much. Yeah, that was basically like our week, just plodding along with the normal routine, or at least trying to. Where's that color? There's that color. Like a few corners now where I'm like constantly switching colors. Kind of annoying. But yeah. Let's see. 20 minutes. I'm on the ramble again. But yeah, you know me. I'm rambly. But yeah, as I promised last week, I did look into some like New Year's related Dutch things. And I also have been working out last week on what to do with, like what video to do basically next and all that stuff. So I am planning on doing the couple of weeks on a Friday, the unboxings from my Black Friday releases. I have put up basically the wrong video on last Friday, so I just switched it up and put the review on Sunday. But I'm planning on doing the unboxings on Friday and then the reviews somewhere else during the week, depending on how everything works out. Let's get there. And yeah, the time-lapse videos will, at least for now, be continuing like every other week. I might do the video of Sneaky Cats like every week, but it also all depends a bit on how quick the next project will go. I have it already kitted up. It is, as far as I just saw, not too extreme in confetti, so it can go quite quickly, and it isn't like a really big project, but I'm also trying to get through my stash of my older AliExpress kits. So also when I finished this part of this diamond painting, that's why I'm using small sections that I know I can finish and still do something else. So once I finish this piece, I will be also working on that. So that's basically my New Year's resolution, to try and finish as much of my old AliExpress canvases as possible. But we'll see how it all works out. We also have a video on that one coming up. Because yeah, I had some issues with at least with a painting, so basically needed to vent a bit, and yeah, wanted to share you my opinion about it. So that will be coming up somewhere in the next couple of weeks. And let's think. What else did I plan? I am planning on doing a year in review video with like all the canvases I finished. It might be able to do that this week, and otherwise it will be next week, depending on it how turns out, because I also need to figure out a new place to store my diamond paintings that I have completed, so I want to do that all in one go, so I don't need to keep moving them. But I am planning on doing one, but I don't know if it all works out. And yeah, for the rest, basically, I will be doing next year the same as I've been doing last year, just basically do whatever floats my boat. Yeah, my channel goal, like size-wise, I'm hoping by the end of next year to be at 300 subscribers. So I think that's realistic. Obviously, every subscriber that joins is amazing. And if I don't reach that 300, I'm also perfectly fine with it. But it's always fun to have like a bit of a goal, to have like a bit of accomplishment if you reach that. Obviously, I think like most creators, I would like it if I sometime in the future, eventually, will we reach that monetization threshold so that I can at least earn like a few cents a month. And yeah, that also, those kind of like tiny little things do keep the channel growing then. So for now it's just, yeah, that what I have. So I don't have the money to like especially pour everything into it, but just like with the Black Friday sale, I will splurge somehow, sometimes a little bit, just like with things like pants and accessories. I want to splurge on them at some point, but that point is not now. So yeah, we'll just see how everything will go. And we'll just see where the future brings us, because yeah, especially with the last couple of years, I'm like, I'm not going to plan much. I'm just going to see what the future holds. And if you're hearing banging in the background, they're shooting off fireworks again. We're already doing that for like the whole month of December. But the closer we get to New Year, the worse it gets. So yeah, that's a good changing point, because I had, yeah, the Dutch things. So first I will do some translations, and then I have some food related stuff. Oh, come on, work along. And yeah, then I have a somewhat bigger explanation of one of the food items, because that's like a local thing for me. So I thought that would be fun. So yeah, let's go, shall we? I'm gonna grab my new color first. Check how far along in the video we are. Let's see. 27 minutes. That's going great. Will be, again, as usual, a bit of a longer video, but I think you're quite used to that by now. And I'm not going to apologize for it, because if you don't want it this long, you either can watch it in multiple times or not watch it if you don't like long videos. It's fine by me. But yeah, long story still long. The translations I have for you, I have just 3. One of them is New Year. New Year in Dutch is Nieuwjaar. Like new year. Yeah. That's an actual, literally translated item. Full item word. But we also say it like New Year, and it's basically the same. So yeah, nothing strange there. But the strange thing comes next. Or at least for me, strange. Every time when somebody says what they're doing, ask like what you're doing on New Year, well, New Year's Eve, I'm always needing to think a bit like, what day was New Year's Eve again? Because here, if you would say New Year's Eve of Nieuwjaarsavond, because Eve is avond, you would do something at January 1st. But yeah, that obviously isn't the thing that is mentioned. But what most people call New Year's Eve, we call Oudejaarsdag, of Oudejaarsavond. Oudejaarsdag is, well, the last day of the year. And it's translating to Old Year's Day. And Oudejaarsavond is Old Year's Eve. But Old Year's Eve is the same as New Year's Eve. So that's always confusing me a little bit. And yeah, once you, like it is past midnight and you want to wish somebody a Happy New Year, you will say gelukkig nieuwjaar. Because gelukkig means basically the same as happy. So that's one thing that just popped in my mind. So I thought I'll throw that one in there. And the last translation-wise thing will be the fireworks. And that is vuurwerk. Vuurwerk is fireworks. And it's also literally the same. Fire is vuur and work is werk. And then like the food-wise items we have, or at least we in my family and many people around us, most of the time have like on/around New Year or Old Year. So like the 31st of December or the 1st of January. Many people on, well, New Year's Eve, I'll just call it that, even though it's confusing for me. Many people will either snack throughout the evening and have like basically a regular meal. And then you would throw in some bitterballen in the frying pan. I have explained that one in my Dutch food video. Try to remember to link it in the I above. So yeah, you have like basically like bitterballen and also like tiny snack size, most of the times fryer or oven kinda snacks. And if people decide to basically do like a bigger dinner, many times people will do just like they will do with Christmas. They will gourmet. And that's what I just explained with the Christmas thing, like the little pan where you can throw your meats and stuff in. Also, some people will do a fondue or something like that. All depends a bit on like what your preferences are, obviously. Fondue, I also heard like last week, I believe, on a different channel, one that's not craft related, but I love to watch, Deanna and Phil. They are an American-German couple and they live, at least at this point, in Germany. And I always love like the differences between like Germany, and many things also apply to the Netherlands, because many things are European in general. But they said they thought like fondue is like with cheese, or at least she thought that, or at least many people say that. But he was like, yeah, you most of the times do that. We always did that in oil. Am I the only one? I was like, yeah, that's fondue. Fondue is with hot oil where you put your mostly meats and skewers and fry them. But you also have cheese fondue, which is, as the word explains, with cheese. And you also have chocolate fondue, but that's not like a holiday thing. It's more like a Valentine's thing or dessert thing. But yeah, that's basically most of the times what will be done with dinner. But also what you see like quite a lot on especially New Year's Eve itself are the oliebollen, which I also mentioned in my food video. Those are like, try to explain them, which is kind of hard. I'll start with the literal translation. Literal translation is an oil ball. So yeah, you can, I think, imagine the size. I'll throw it in a picture here somewhere of how they're supposed to look at least. And you're like fried batter. You can have them with like raisins in them, but I rather have them plain. I'm a plain girl. Yeah, those are many times eaten on, especially, well, Oudejaarsdag itself. I know my family always had at New Year's Day, we had appelbeignets. Most of the times my grandma made them. She got like slices of apple and throw them in batter and then fry them. But that's the thing you can eat like during the whole year. So that's not specific, but that's a thing we did, at least as a family. And then one thing my husband mentioned, but when I looked it up, it's actually more of a carnival thing. But actually it also is eaten quite a lot at New Year. And those are nonnenvotten. That is a local thing. It is from the place called Sittard. That is like, let's think 10 kilometers from where I live. And the fun thing is literally the translation. Also like just the Dutch word is basically the same. But if you translate it, you get nuns' butts. Like nun like in the women in the cloister. And the butt like literally the behind. So yeah, it's a word name. Where the name stems from is open for debate. There are a few theories about it. But a nonnenvot, I'll obviously will have thrown in a picture, but I'll throw it in here again, is like a sort of like a donut sort of style dough, which is fried. And let's see. Yeah, it's basically like a loose loop. It's like a twist, like a bow. They also call them bows, which is translated in strik. So if someone gives you strikken, you get bows, and those are nonnenvotten. But it is like a really old, well, pastry, I don't want to call it, but a bakery good. It goes back to like 1700. And here it says on Wikipedia, the pastry is very old. In 1676, it was offered to the French commanders that wanted to take the city of Sittard. They don't know for sure where the name nonnenvot comes from exactly. There are a few different explanations for the strange name. One of them is that the sisters of the Franciscan, I believe is how you say it, the Franciscan order that had a cloister in Sittard at the time, gave the fried pastry to people that gave rags and stuff to the cloister for them to sell and or use something which they helped poors with, the poor people with. And a different explanation where the name might come from is from the bow of the clothing, like the bow that they tied the clothing, part of the clothing with, that always, well, sat on their behind, basically. So yeah, and the behind is also, well, translated to the Limburgs dialect, op een vod, on the behind. So a vod is, well, your ass. And yeah, the bow always sat like on that part of their, what's the name, habit, I think. And yeah, so it might refer to them that way. At least it has something to do with sisters, as in the nuns. But yeah, it's like a typical carnival thing, but also is eaten quite a lot at New Year, so. And if you heard that coughing, that's my husband. Even though he's upstairs, you can hear him downstairs. But yeah, that's like a really traditional and regional thing for me. I personally am not big of a fan because it's basically fried dough. It's like a donut that just has like a sugary coating, and that's it. Not my style, but but yeah, that is what I have regarding like New Year and like in words, and like the regular food that is eaten here in the Netherlands around New Year. And yeah, also like the update on our life. So yeah, I guess I'm rambling long enough by now because it's again 40 minutes, or well over 40 minutes. So yeah, I am going to, well, finish this little bit that I still need to do. Most of it is an AB, like all this part, and over here, that's all AB. The yellow AB that's in here. And once I have this finished, I will switch my canvas around and do one of my AliExpress off-screen diamond paintings. That one I am working on at the moment. I can't even show because it's a stolen image, but if you've been here before, you know me. I don't like to waste my money, so I still want to make them just for the sake of not throwing away money. As long as the quality is decent, I will make them. And that one, it's popping a little bit, but it's not to the extremes of one of the ones I just have filmed something on, and yeah, once that's up, you'll know what I mean, but that's, just call it like this, popping drill nightmare. But yeah, I don't think I will finish that today, but I hope to have finished that one this week. And then start a new one, and hopefully by the end of 2022 I'll have all, or at least most of my AliExpress canvases gone. Yeah, then I can go full steam ahead on beauties like this, or well, beasts in this case. Beauties and beasts, because yeah, it's also quite a big one, because it's, let's see, 46 by 1 meter and 37 centimeters. So yeah, it's quite appropriately the beast. But yeah, in a little bit I'll see his eyes, and then we'll slowly work down to the bottom. So I'll probably be working on this diamond painting for like the next half a year at least, I think. Depending on if I will open up bigger sections in a little bit. But again, we'll see. Again, I'm rambling long enough. But I hope you liked this, as always, rambly and pretty long video. If you did, well, you know the drill. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!